Hi there, Titans. My name is Paige, and today I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can drill down in your Power Tables to show related records in Titan Web. Now, you already have the functionality within a Power Table to drill down on objects, and then you can see the related records to the record that is here. So in this example, this is the account, Harrison's, and you can see the related contacts associated with the Harrison's account. Now, if you ever wanted to have this drill down feature be executed by a button or a condition, then you can absolutely do that, and you can do it 3 different ways. So the first way is via a record ID. So here I can look up one of my accounts, Miss Turtle, and when I click expand, it expands Mrs. Turtle's contacts. So we're able to see Mrs. Turtle's account and then all the contacts related to it. You can also do it via index. So the index is the order of these accounts. So say I wanted to look at number 8, then we can expand number 8 here. And then you can also do it by row. So if you wanted to insert a button here or a icon, so I did a little icon, then we can drill down using an icon as well. And this is using the current row to pull in the accounts here. So let me show you how I set up all 3 of these functionalities, and I will also show you how to set up buttons and stuff to collapse these as well. So let's do this one at a time. We'll start with the record ID option. So I'm just going to delete these here. Whoops. And then I will delete the icon as well. And we'll come back and do that together in just a minute. So the first step to drilling down in your Power Table is to set up the related record drill down option. So whatever, go ahead and delete this, whatever column you would like to have this drill down capability, you'll just click on the 3 dots, click on configure component, and then this is where you can configure the component type. So there are 3 different component types that you can use for drill downs. You can use tables like I did. There's also a chart option. So if you wanted to have a chart in your drill down, you can absolutely do that. That would look really cool. And then you can also do iframe. So this is a way to bring in a form from another project or from another page. You can bring in a page as an iframe and then have different fields or related elements and stuff that drill down for this this account or record. Really cool functionality there too. For this example, because I'm only focusing on the table interactivity portion, I'm just going to use a table, and you can watch a video on how to use those other 2 components later on. So I'm going to use contacts, and it automatically just adds in the condition that the account ID is equal to the value that that we're talking about. And then this is the mapping for the second table. So we can add in maybe like first name, last name, and let's do account name too, since I know that that's something that would be populated. Account name, awesome, apply. All right, so now our drill down is enabled. We can click apply, and now it's just time for us to set up the table interactivity to expand and collapse this this column. So the first way that we're doing it is through the record ID. So I pulled in a way to just grab a record ID. Of course, you can pull in your record ID anywhere on your project and then refer to it in the action. I'm just using a lookup field for this example. And then when they click this button, there will be an action that refers to the table interactivity. The action is to expand the column, and then we get these options here. Table element, this is where the drill down will come from. So however you configured it in that previous Power Table settings is what you need to choose here. So I set it up on account name, and so therefore I need to choose account name here. Now we need to choose whether it's index, record ID, or current row. And for this first example, we are using record ID. And now we need to clarify what record ID. And so I'm choosing that lookup field value. You can also choose static if you would like and just paste in a record ID here. All right, so we'll choose next. Call it expand column by record ID. Cool. And then let's add in the button that will collapse it. So I will drop in this button and we'll call it collapse. Cool. And then on the onClick action, instead of expanding the column, we will collapse the column. And again, we have to choose which drill down element we are talking about. So that was the account name that I placed that drill down settings on. So let's call it collapse table. Insert, apply, save, and now let's preview this first option. So this is where I can type in my account, Mrs. Turtle, and then we click expand, and it drills down on Mrs. Turtle. And then we can click collapse, and it collapses it. Let's try another one, maybe gene point. Awesome. Expand gene point. There it is, and collapse. So that is one way to do it, is through a record ID. Let's try doing it through a index. So instead of this lookup field, I am going to just drop in a number field, numeric. Perfect. And then I am going to call it index. And then instead, we are going to just edit this one. And instead of record ID, I'm going to choose index. And just like we did before, we can choose to do a static index. So if you wanted to always open the first contact or first account or first record on the table, you can do that, or the 7th or the 100th, whatever. Or you can do a field. And so this is where I'm going to choose that index field that the user will use. I'll change this by index. Save, apply, and then let's check on this collapse. I don't think we need to change anything here. Yes, because it's just collapsing that one again. So we're good with this one. Cool, and then let's save it and preview. So now we have our index field, and I can choose, let's try 11, see if there's any contacts on this one. Yes, we have a couple contacts at edge. Maybe we want to do 2. And 2 does not have any contacts at dog 1. Maybe 13. 13 looks like it might have some contacts. Yeah, there we go. So that is how you would do it via index if that was ever your use case. Now I'm going to show you how you could do it via current row. And so current row will always have to be within the table itself, so it's able to grab that current row. So let's try that out. I can go ahead and just delete these things. We do not need those anymore. Well, I'll leave the collapse because we will need the collapse button. Of course, we could put the collapse within the table as well, but let's go into our mapping, and I'm going to add a column. We will let's do a button this time. I'll call it expand expand contacts, configure on-click action, and then we'll start the action flow by enabling the table interactivity like we did before. We will expand the column. We will choose the column that has the expansion on it, account name, and now I'm going to choose current row. And that is all I have to do for this configuration. So expand current row, insert, apply, apply, and here you can see the expand contacts button. I'm going to click save and preview this. And so now I can expand my contacts by clicking on this button here, and then I can collapse them. Expand and collapse. So that is how it is done, and I hope this video helped. Thank you for watching.